Hello, my darlings. Welcome to your daily mini reading. I am going to do just a simple daily mini reading for you today, and I am using my wonderful Sacred Destiny cards for that. We're going to pull one or two cards and see what wishes to come out today for those that most need to hear the message today. Thank you. We have Standstill and Illumination. Because Wisdom card is upside down. So the overriding energy is that you are too caught up at this time in the day-to-day doing of life. There is not enough time at the moment for you to even hear the quietness and stillness of your higher self, of your soul, of your intuition to come through. And it is trying to get your attention at this time. And actually, you're probably noticing that things are having a habit of sort of almost coming to a standstill. You can see the stalk here. Things are almost encouraging you to sort of take a step back. Now, you may be forced to because plans have been cancelled or things haven't quite worked out the way that you had hoped. You couldn't arrange something, or maybe you're just not feeling very well and you've been asked, or you're very tired, or you haven't slept well. You're being asked to stop. You're being asked to come to a standstill. Interesting word, standstill, isn't it? It's not saying come to a complete stop, but it's saying come to a resting place of a pause, because when you're standing, you're able to pivot one way or another. So that's Spirit's message for you. Come to a standstill and just pause. Just pause for a second. Take a breath. Take a breath at this time. And because the more you're trying at this time, because this is sort of like a swamp in this card, the more you're trying, the more you're finding it difficult to move in one direction or another. Because when we get, well, I've never had it happen, but as we read in books or see in movies, if you get stuck in sticky mud in a swamp, you're told to stand very still and not to struggle, because you're just going to sink deeper. So Spirit's asking you and urging you at this time just to take a breath, because something is going to be illuminated for you, but it cannot while you're almost floundering around in this situation at this time. Now, the other thing that I'm getting as well is that when we are in a space where things are not working out for us, and it can be, I'm going to say not frightening per se, but it can be it brings on a lot of stress and anxiety. We tend to have a habit of talking about it, don't we? And, our family or best friend or somebody will call and will say, oh my God, you'll never guess what's happened. And you start to relay what has happened. You start to effectively complain about it. Complaining will only make the situation worse, because you are drawing more energy and attention to the complaint than you are to a solution. So remember, where attention goes, energy flows. So rather than complain about it, be indifferent, remain indifferent about what you perceive might be going wrong, and focus instead on a solution. What can you do from this point at a standstill that makes sense to you? What can you do at this time? Because Spirit wants you to take very slow, steady steps and pause and be at a standstill, just like this stalk, because it is a stalk, between each one. Now, within this space, you have the Illumination card has come out. So despite they're saying, you may be saying now, yes, but I don't know what to do next. And I can't see what to do next. So you're not meant to see at this time, because we tend to see through our human identity eyes. We tend to see things, as I said, as we want to see them, not as they necessarily are. Spirit wants you to feel your way through this, wants you to instinctively feel what feels right for you, what gives you a sigh of relief when you think about making that step, to allow Spirit to present to you through the mist the way forward. Our eyes are not as receptive as our ears. Our ears are the yin element in us. They are the receptive element in us. They were there. They're the first thing we have when we are developing in the womb, and the last thing we use before we pass. Your ears have this extraordinary, and they are connected through your optic nerve to every single nerve in your body. Your ears are incredibly powerful, and we tend to not listen. We tend to only hear what we want to hear. We tend to only see what we want to see, but your ears are trying to tell you something at this time, because when you can't see, your other senses spring up and become stronger. So if you can't see the way forward, perhaps you're meant to be listening. What is it that you're not hearing at this time, or you don't wish to hear? Because I'm coming back to this wisdom card that's at the bottom of the deck here. This wisdom card was upside down. There is, at this moment in time, universal intelligence, infinite intelligence that wishes to get your attention. And it's wishing to show you a better way of moving forward at this time. It will use a variety of different forms to bring that information, to bring that knowledge, to bring that insight for you. And it will use whatever you use. So who do you trust? Who do you know that you like to talk to? What social media channels do you use? What programs do you like to listen to or watch? Movies? What do you notice out in nature? Now consciously notice, listen, watch, use all of your senses at this time to see what messages Spirit is looking to give you, because they're right there for you, my darling. And it's there for you to continue on this path, protected, supported, and actually feeling a little bit of letting go and going with the flow as well. So there we are, angels. That's your message for today. I very much look forward to doing one for you tomorrow. I am either today or tomorrow doing the relationship reading for everybody, and the members weekly reading, and also just a continuation of finishing off with the November star sign readings. And I look forward to catching up with you again tomorrow. So much love, my darlings. Bye bye.